Agitated illusion, only based on confusion. The institution, modern day execution. Think I know the solution.
I'm about to get my weekend. Week 1 in, week 1 in, 2 in. If you on, I got up in 2 weeks. Oh. I seen Arch slinging that shit. Pause. You turn the injuries back on? Shit, I'm glad you did, because I got to see most of the game. We got Mike Winchell week 1. Oh my god. He on the trading block. You might as well fuck around, pick him up.
Tonight, from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's time for Monday Night Football on EA Sports.
That boy Jordan Love coming taking spots like it's nothing.
It's the Los Angeles Chargers taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
I forgot about that.
Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight we wrap a busy first week of the season with a second of 2 on a Monday night between the Baltimore Ravens and the Los Angeles Chargers. Alongside Charles Davis,
I think Lamar got like 2 years left on the contract.
We had the great one Thursday night. All sorts of intrigue in the games yesterday, and now we put a bow on this first weekend with a good one here tonight.
He playing all of them.
We do put a spotlight on key games, don't we? Even key nights. Thursday night has become a
still
spotlight
99.
night. How about Sunday night? But there still is some magic to playing on Monday night, and these two teams are feeling it.
This will make it into the end zone. And no run back on this one. So the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And out will come the leader of this offense. And that, of course, is their signal caller.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
Lamar got 2 more rings to get it.
That told me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
Now this window is running back out of the backfield.
See what his defense is like.
And it'll be second and about a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 34-yard line.
This one complete on the slant route. And able to get this
they gonna get better because they got Winchell in
gain of 13. It's
that
a first down. And a nice start there to the aerial
in
attack
that
to pick up
class,
the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice
I played the Bills first, or I played the Chargers first.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. The kick here is complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line. Room here to run.
You made Kansas City Chiefs nice.
Great blocking, and now they can sniff that end zone.
They certainly can, and because of that run, maybe you come back and fake it to him on this play and throw a little play action. Someone should break wide open.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the
Art is
pickup
so
there.
good playing with Art.
Second and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it.
I can't believe they just went for it. They knew they were going
The
to
run
get it.
is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. Then on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
And what a sophomore season he had for the Cardinals. Pretty much swept every major quarterback award, including the Heisman Trophy. And we spent a lot of time talking about his legs.
Yes, sir.
Formidable. He can run the ball like few others.
He pulled it right into, huh? You said firing?
But the key to everything for him is his ability to be accurate from the pocket.
Yeah, because they ran his
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
He's got a 1st down past the 30.
I got some running backs too, you heard?
Yard line. Another 1st down there as this one goes for 25.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that
Yeah,
on
this is
opening
breakout
weekend
season.
show that he's right.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. They give him 4 yards.
But I do
there.
got some young receivers that I need to get ready for Baker.
So the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves.
Jordan
Defensively,
Baker.
you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourself.
He'll get in depending on how this game goes.
A big play that time for the Ravens. 41 yards.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean
Oh,
by that
yeah,
is against
Lamar's
Lamar
he's
Jackson.
mad.
When you
This
see
is
him
he's
out of
back
the
for
pocket,
blood.
your first thought is, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't
Who did
happen,
play?
and his receivers took advantage.
And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. The last run good
shit.
for
And
2.
he only
Here's
like 30,
2nd and
right?
8. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore.
To number 14.
I've been beating him every year.
And the Ravens have taken the early lead.
Except they did win the Super Bowl. Didn't they beat y'all in the Super Bowl?
And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have a
Who they
arm
beat in
like
the
that.
Super Bowl?
Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Oh, wow.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Takes
The
this
game
about
could have
5
went either
yards
way
deep.
if I would have made
This
that.
will
I
not
wouldn't
be
have put
returned.
fucking
It'll
square
come
on
out to the
it.
25.
25-yard
The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points. So they've got to
I don't know how to
recover
make it
here,
easier
It's
for you,
amazing what
bro.
one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down,
all of that.
have caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Brings up third.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
First quarter with the
They
score
done like a white noise.
7. Chargers nothing.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or some packages, don't they?
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
That's a play that'll likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Here's a first down throw that's complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
At the 20-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
That's complete, right around the 8. And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Holding.
Multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
An extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Tackle made.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On second down now, it's Price, and this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. Being chased out left. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. On the move to his right. He can run for it, and he will. Touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 37 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
Well, they were backed up on 3rd and goal, and when you saw him starting to scramble, my thought process was he'll get what he can and maybe get out of bounds. But he got a little bit greedy there. And in this case, greed was good as he got into the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
Taggart. I think the Washington football team got a rope.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Nah, it's stops like, and this is it up in the score.
Their drive will start at the 25. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? 2nd and 3. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
4. Sheesh.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Over the middle. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Damn, he lost a big
That's good for 28 yards. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is
This nigga is playing God.
From 4 yards out. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. He's been busy with his feet. He's been quite the scrambling man.
And obviously,
the Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up the 1st down.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Jackson from the shotgun, forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the 1st half. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson, flushed out right. And his throw is going to be incomplete. So thanks to the late touchdown. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. That'll be taken about a yard deep, and we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. 1st half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the 2nd half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect. But overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this 2nd half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. From the gun, it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down. Now it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
1st down, Baltimore.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Price. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the gun, Jackson. That's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
They go play action now. Jackson, they'll roll him out right. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Coming back.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. From the gun, Jackson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
So he was holding me, so he didn't get hurt. Oh, no.
At the 8. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far.
Green
This one
tries
moves the
it.
chains.
Oh,
You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we see both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Ravens have broken the tie. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with a touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
I'm surprised I ain't hear another chance
that'll make the
yet.
score 21-14. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. So often on these RPOs, we see the ball get from the quarterback to the receiver in what feels like a nanosecond. But on this play, he actually cleared coverage downfield a bit before the ball got to him. The net result, though, a considerable gain.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10 snap to the 11.
11-yard line.
Running back to fumble or something. That's crazy.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff
We get that shit out of there
We'll return
quick.
with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 7. This is going to be incomplete. And this one too low. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Intercepted. Well, it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him
My
last
fault.
year?
I couldn't
Where he was
hold
plagued
that
by this
back.
type of a play. And it thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away.
Oh, shit. That did sound like a sack.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the
I
key
couldn't
here.
even think
Find
of
out
that
some
all
yardage,
game.
work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense to get these top.
Now he's stripped. He lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
That takeaway partner right there,
So that's what you
That's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did. For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Great field position has to be one of the best friends an offense can have. When you don't have very far to go, you should cash it in with points.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going in.
A gain of 13 yards.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Sliding out of the pocket. That was going to throw deep right side. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Throwing again. Jackson. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Brought down at the
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Escaping the pressure right. And he rifles one incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Jackson buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
They'll run on first down. Price. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
and it's 3rd down.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now In this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Biggest play of
behind the scrimmage. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Jackson to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it.
Makes the score.
All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
At their own 25-yard line.
So the Chargers now down on the scoreboard, and time a huge factor. This is only week 1 of the season, folks. Get strapped in as they come up here 1st and 10. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Back to throw. 42-yard line here and brought down there. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Back to throw. Find his running back. It's complete. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaunt. You've been watching the NFL right here.
So we got Corey Foreman next week and 4 up.
I got the party going up. A champ with the crown is here. I'm gonna win anywhere. Hey, so shake it like you don't care. I shake it up everywhere. And I can bake cakes by the pound. Blow the whistle 'cause I love that sound. And we can just keep going round. I'm ready for another round. Go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Hey, hey, go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Like work the middle, 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 work the. Panic camera to the middle of the dance floor. I think there's something going down. Shorty packing goods like a transport, and I ain't never seen something so round. How round? Round like a planet in orbit, round like a b-ball. 23 Jordan, dunking on default. Automatic forces attract me to females. I look this gorgeous. How did you even come in existence? Hey, or did you just appear out in an instance? You got me all driven. question. Go ahead, touchdown like that. 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 Hey, hey, go ahead, touchdown like that.
Y'all got the Giants.
Touchdown like that. Go ahead, touchdown like that. Go ahead, touchdown like that. Like work the middle, 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 work the I buy like 23. Won't fall again.
Today, from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's week 2 of the NFL.
Week 2, we're having it.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Back to throw. McDowell. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Off play action. McDowell. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. No gain, and it's 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. McDowell, the reception, good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes,
You got
you're able to hit a receiver in
here's when
stride,
it's
and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop it before you get a good head of steam going.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. From the gun, McDowell. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
And the Steelers first down.
On 1st down, McDowell. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing, right? Everyone's looking at the offense and saying they got the advantage. The best defense is just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
They certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering.
And this time he is in.
Yes.
A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
Yeah, they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed, and this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. Whatever they said appears to have worked. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
And no one can run the football like Lamar Jackson from the quarterback position. The most dynamic guy with the ball in his hands since probably Michael Vick. Got more accurate throwing the football each and every year in Louisville. But how about this one? A first-round pick in 2017, the number 32 pick of the first round. The last guy to do that in Louisville, Teddy Bridgewater, the same exact pick when he came out.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. To throw again, Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And he will have a Ravens first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Now Jackson on 1st down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he gets it down to the 32.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The 22 is the line to gain here on third down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Oh, my.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29.
Oh, we played the Jets.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to it.
They playing the Browns.
A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he will bring this back. It's a big 6-yard touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
He must be the Henny guy for real. Thinking that. Yeah, there. Facts. Needed something out of my fucking cornerback.
1 for 2, they'll kick the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Houston going to be 14-9.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. That's 7-0.
You know what that is, right?
Short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.